Have you ever wanted to create a fleece pullover but was unsure how to add the partial zipper placket? I'll show you how to do it in a few easy steps. Let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to take my front bodice piece. This bodice is eventually going to have a collar sewn to the top, but it's not attached yet. Measure your zipper that you want to insert. Then measure your finished collar width. This means the width of the collar minus seam allowance, minus 2 inches. I'm going to subtract that number from my zipper length. So my zipper is 9 inches minus 2 inches, which means I'm left with 7 inches. Now on my bodice, I'm going to draw a line down from the center of my neckline. That's the length of my math formula. So in my case, a line that's 7 inches. Now I want to make a box around my line that's the same length, but a ½ inch in width. So there will be lines on both sides of my center line a ¼ inch away. So the total size of my box is 7 inches long by ½ inch in width. Take your bodice to your sewing machine and sew a straight stitch on all your lines except for the center line. This will reinforce the area for putting in our zipper. Now cut directly on your center line, but stop about a ¼ inch away from the bottom and instead cut to the corners of the box. This will create our placket. Next, you'll continue sewing your bodice together, meaning I would sew the front bodice and back bodice together at the shoulder and side seams. Then I'll attach my collar to the neckline. The edges of my collar will begin and end at my cut line on the front bodice. Take your zipper and fold the top of the zipper tape over to the right side. Baste each side of the zipper tape in place. Unzip your zipper. Place the front bodice right side up. Place the zipper right side down, matching the right edge of the zipper tape with the left edge of the placket. The bottom edge of the zipper should be at the bottom of your stitch box, and the top of the zipper should be at the top of your finished collar. You'll notice that it doesn't look like my zipper goes to the top of my collar. That's because when finished, the top half of my collar eventually goes on the inside of my pullover. So if I were to fold it, you can now see the zipper will be at the top of the finished collar. Pin your zipper in place and then take it back to your machine and baste directly on your reinforcing stitch again, so a ¼ inch away from the raw edge. Now you'll take the other side of your zipper tape and repeat the same process with the right side of the placket, pinning and basting in place. So now my zipper is attached to the two sides of the placket, but the bottom of the zipper is still loose. Flip your bodice to the wrong side and look at the bottom of your stitch box. You should have a triangle shape cut out. Pin this and the bottom of your zipper tape together and then stitch this section only at your sewing machine. Continue on with your garment construction, but after you finish sewing your collar into place, go back to the right side of the bodice and sew a straight stitch around the 3 sides of the zipper, giving you a finished look. Now that the zipper is inserted, you can continue sewing the pullover and you'll be left with a professional looking garment. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to get notified of our weekly releases. Also check out ProfessorPincushion.com to view our complete library with well over 350 sewing tutorials. If you would like to directly support us, you can check out our Patreon campaign and earn some exclusive perks. Thanks for watching.